Hi guys, this is Dandelion Song, and I was looking at Transpicuous News because she usually has a broad scoop on the news that isn't being brought to the front, and she can usually tell, you know, if there's something that's supposed to be a big distraction, she can usually see what is behind it. And she has on here an article about 50 missing North Korean submarine vessels, and so I looked up that article. And I don't think I've read The Independent before at all, so I don't know what kind of news place this is, but it says tension grows over lost North Korean submarines as South Korea searches for the vessels. And I don't know how North Korea could hide 70% of their submarine fleet. I don't know how they could be nowhere to be found. I don't know how that's possible. So maybe this is just not true. But what I did is, I always like to, so when there's like a weird story like this just doesn't make sense on the surface, I take the headline, and so I put in Lost North Korean Submarines. And I did notice some dates. And there was another video that I saw on YouTube that talked about, I think it was Fort Bragg, getting ready for domestic nuclear exercises, attack exercises or something like that. So, I don't know. I just wanted to bring this to you. I don't want to scare you, but if there's connections here, I just think that we just need to know the connections. So, I just wanted to show you that this is a 9/11. Right here, the lost North Korean submarines. And then this is also a 9/11. And then this, when you add it all together, is an 11. And then on the outer two is a 9. Let me go down here to the English. Okay, yeah. I'm not going to find anything good there because I put too many words in here. So let me look up another statement, but I just wanted to bring this to you. Hope I'm wrong. You know, I think that if we find out these things, we can disagree with them, and what our hearts say is actually powerful. So we don't need, it's not so much about fear, it's more about awareness and just seeing what's going on. So let me look at a few more of these statements and see if I find anything to show you. Alright, so here I found this clip on the Renee M channel about the CNN story from August 22nd, and they have some code in here. I'm going to have to gematria this guy's name. I don't know it offhand, but I just gematriaed North Korea threatens to attack U.S. Let me show it to you. Because they gematria their headlines, and then they have, you know, clues in there. So here, this would be an 8-6 to me. But it could also be, yeah, actually, to me, it just looks like an 8-6. But here, this is 196, or just a 96, which could be the September 6th date that I was looking at, having to do with the 816 codes that have been out there. So this is also, let's see, and then here, there's also another 96. So I hope there's nothing, you know, I hope these guys, I think, you know, I'm sorry, I'm stammering. I think these guys plan a lot of trouble. They plan a lot of trouble, and I think there are actually good Illuminati out there, and there is actually good star people out there shutting down the trouble. But I think these guys just keep planning trouble. So this could just be some more trouble that they're planning that they're not going to get away with. But I just wanted to show it to you since I could see it. Yeah, I don't see anything down there in the English gematria. So let me come back here. Nope, not there. This one. and I will look at this a little bit more and probably bring you another, either some more stills with the code here. Just try to figure out what they're talking about here. Okay, so just hold on a second. Alright, well here they're talking about how they make threats all the time, and anyway, let me just play a little bit for this for you.
Here is that now they have long-range missiles that can reach the west coast of the United States, and they also have nuclear warheads.
Oh wait, I saw Gordon Chang right there. Let me look at that name. Okay, hold on a second.
And they also have
Alright, well Gordon Chang has a few associations with it. There's a 29, which could be a date or an 11, and this could also be, you know, we're seeing some 9 6s in here. And then we've seen this before with the Philadelphia train wreck. Sorry, I guess it's late at night and having trouble talking. So, okay, just let me show you the associations. So this is the Jewish gematria. Gordon Chang matches Christ. U.S. October. Repent. This is the Jewish gematria. Alien attacks. Boom. Canaanites. Let's go down to the English. Okay, so it matches prophecy. So what I would say is they are intending to match prophecy with this. His name is telling you, because the Illuminati love to match prophecy because they basically wrote the prophecy. I believe that the Bible was written by long-lived, probably Anunnaki within the Vatican and Zionist organization. So they wrote the prophecy, and now they're bringing the prophecy to perfection. So I guess what you could do is look at this and see how does it fit prophecy, and then you'd be able to see what they're up to. Okay, Gordon Chang matches nuclear bomb. That's a little scary. Let's see what else is in here. These are just things to know, not so much to... Oh, Nefertiti. That is interesting to me. I just did a video on Nefertiti, and it's on my unlisted part of my blog. Because they brought her out on, this story out on August 11th. And so there's some really interesting numbers in there. So that is interesting. And I do remember now that there was some 106s in there. So, okay, you know, weird things. Let me pause this for a second. So during this part of it, the guy, Gordon Chang, says, we'll only know, you know, is this threat different from other threats? That someone asks him, and he says, we will only know a few weeks from now. So let me gematria that statement. Hold on. All right, well, when I gematria that, there was this number, which is a 646 or a 644 or an 844, depending on how you look at it. I still don't really know what to do with some of these numbers, but this one does look very plainly like a date, and it's very close to the date that he's standing next to. Let me show you here. He's standing next to 923, and then we will only know a few weeks from now looks like 924 backwards in the English gematria. And then here we have another 9, a 6, some other numbers in there. So, alright. Alright, so I just looked up threat, and we have another 924 here. And a countdown, 4, 3, 2. And then this number, 72, that's kind of an astrological number. I think that astrological, the way the sun moves 1 degree in the zodiac every 72 years, I think that's really the core ideological code behind 72. So let's take a quick look here to see. This is the Jewish gematria. And then let's go down to the English. So we have Hitler, money. We just had a, our market crash. So that's really interesting. So money is kind of esoterically synonymous with threat. Same as Mohammed, world, Monday. Is this interesting to you guys? 525. Interesting. One thing I want to point out, this 432, it contains a 9, because all of them together is a 9, and 9 in the vector mathematics, it shows that it's all in the nothing. That's the idea of the 9. This is also the 9, and then it's also the 32 and the 23. Alrighty. I don't know if Edgar Casey had anything to say about this. Yeah, that's weird. I looked up Bitcoin today too because people were talking about that. Alright. Okay, in that story they used the word caustic threat, so just take a quick look at caustic here. There's a little bit of a 9/11 right there, which 9/11 is the Julian equivalent of the Gregorian 9/23, so that's why you want to kind of pay attention to that. 76 is a special number for the Illuminati. It's their idea of freedom, the spirit of 76. I kind of refer to this in my other videos. I'll just keep it short on this one. I want to check something else out. Alright, so just wanted looking at caustic threat. Just take a quick look here. 700. That's the Monopoly. 700 Club. That's a misspelling of Barack. Olympians. The Great Sphinx. The Keystone. That's the 69 is the Keystone. Or the 96, I guess you could see it that way too. And then for the 888, 148, these are the simple gematria. Those are the English, the esoteric connections to that. Alright, so here's the gematria of his name. The thing that I notice here is that 8 and 6 is 14 and 9 plus 14 is 23. And then they took the picture of him standing next to a 923, and that's his Jewish gematria. And then here we have the 12. I don't know, it's kind of like a lot of 6s. And then another 6 thing. So I came down here. I just want to show you just so we can kind of see. He does match. Esoterically, there are a few matches here with some things that might be pertinent. The DC earthquake. Masonic, that's a misspelling. Pearl Harbor. I always try to keep an eye on these Starbucks people. I don't know what they're up to. It's probably not so good. LeBron James, that's interesting because LeBron James has a lot of number tie-ins. He also played in the movie Trainwreck. He has a lot of number tie-ins. If you watch the Zachary K. Hubbard channel, there's a it's almost like LeBron is playing a character of numbers in codes and some of the things that he's been doing. So it's interesting that he matches with what's this guy's name? Kim Jong-un. I don't know if I said that right. In the Jewish gematria, he matches a Rockefeller, which probably means that he's just, under their thumb or on their team or something like that. Some of these stories, it's not so much that I believe them, but that I like to look for the code, because some of these stories, like the story about the lion, these are stories from one side to the other. These are code messages from one side to the other. So I like to try to figure out what they are saying. Alright guys, well I just wanted to bring you those numbers. I do think we need to keep in mind, I actually believe that the dark has been prevented from using nuclear weapons. I think they would have used them by now if they had been allowed to, but for some reason Star People are not allowing that, and actually I can see the reason. So that's a hopeful thing. But I do think we need to pay attention to the codes and the numbers, and so that's why I bring this to you. All right, hope you're having a good day. Bye-bye.